Collaboration's great and stuff, but like the actual like feeling of being like in the moment and like creating like, yes, we got this, like let's go, and it's a feeling like nothing I've ever experienced.
White collar bringing heat, we ain't even hit the peak.
It feels like we've known each other for years.
I've seen D-Bird on camera. I've seen his stupid little dab, and I hate it. I've seen Cody Nash, jittery and amped up when he's excited about, conspiracy theory he wants to talk about. I would have been more surprised if somebody behaved differently than what I've already come to know.
It's crazy to see you and you and you.
Soul of a golden god, by my team, imagine the rapping and then wrote it off. No fraud, an MC and a sex beast. Trying to find a balance, truly excel when I spread cheese. Yeah, I'm what the internet needs, but what the streets hate. It's my birthday, come blow the candle out on this beefcake. Stop lying, tell the truth. I am legend, this is the bar you measure to.
We didn't think this was real.
Maybe we should all just link up and do some music together.
How serious are we about putting together an album and then having it filmed?
To be honest with you, I have no idea what the last mixtape is.
Did it, folks? That. Boom, roasted.
Turn this shit down. It's on me. I had it up to 100.
100's perfect for gunshot.
Yeah, right.
All right. Wednesday. Back here with other than Bird himself. Welcome, Bird.
That's me. Thank you for the warm welcome. Welcome to yourself, Dice.
Thank you. Your first show of October. Are you ready for Halloween?
More ready than I've ever been. I like watching spooky movies anyways, but now like other people can watch them with me and not feel like it's serial killer shit. It's great.
When does it feel like serial killer stuff watching movies?
Fucking Wednesday mornings in July. Like, why are you thinking about death and murder and spook stuff? It's not even Halloween yet.
Hey man, death and murder happens all year round. Can't just wait for October to die.
As Final Destination taught us. Yeah. And if you dodge it, then you owe it a death.
How did you feel about Final Destination when it?
I thought it was sick as shit. I loved it. I was like, this is dope. And still holds up. I just watched the first one again. It's great.
Were you one of those people who avoided being behind the timber trucks with logs on it?
I think every person who's seen that movie has that scene run through their head is like, not today, Satan.
Yeah, like you're gonna be that one individual where, yep, death was waiting for you to get behind the log truck.
Yeah, that and the tanning bed. That one was pretty.
I don't
like
have
if
to worry
you,
about that.
yeah, like that's. I don't really tan either, as you can see, but I had an ex-girlfriend give me a tanning package as a hint, Whitey. And I went in there and I was like, but what if it closes forever and I fry alive?
Do those things like lock shut? How do you get out of it? You just lift it up?
Not even a little bit. Yeah, it's there, but I think in the movie something like fell on it and then it turned up to max, power. All the coincidences, right?
And I mean, the Kardashians, they look nice. Might work for you.
Yeah, I could be Kardashian.
Worked for Rob, right?
Hashtag goals.
Sully?
What up, Sullivan?
What's your favorite scary movie or movie series?
Ooh. I'm going to give you a deep cut. And this is recent. This is like maybe the excitement of it is still on top of my mind. You want to see something that like will ruin your life? Watch Speak No Evil, but the first 4-in-1. That shit will.
4?
The first 4-in-1. It's like a Norwegian film, I think.
Yeah.
They also remade it in the US, and that one sucks all the dicks. Skip. Watch the Norwegian one because things escalate so fast. and it's great.
Yeah, the U.S. has a tendency to take foreign films and concepts and ideas and totally butcher them.
It's almost, and they might be right, but it's almost like they're dumbing it down for the American audience. Like, they won't get the metaphors, they won't get the extra stuff that made the movie special. Let's just make them spooky spook and chase after with knife. Like, stupid.
Perfect for us American dum-dums. Thank you, Sully, for the...
Thanks, Sully.
My favorite... I'm not a big scary movie person. I'll watch them. I just don't like gravitate to them. I think my favorite movie was... My movies were the first couple of Paranormal Activities.
Yeah.
But then, Haunting on Hill House does have a warm place in my heart.
Okay, so for you, it's all about ghosties. That's what gets you going.
For me, I like the Paranormal Activities because it seems as close to realistic as it could. Up until they started doing the weird thing with like the aunt and the seances or whatever. I forgot however they twisted the story and it just got weird. I like the realistics.
Well, that was going to be my question. Like my girl, Kelsey, she's like, I don't fuck with ghosts because I don't believe in them. But like The Strangers or like some of this other shit where like you have an intruder, there's a physical presence there with a knife. That shit is most scary to her because it seems realistic. Is that, I mean, that doesn't get you going? The group of strangers infiltrate a house and start hitting you with a bat?
No.
You're like, I'm ready.
I'm not worried about people coming to harm me in person. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But no, I'm not. Nobody's gonna like.
I'm not saying you're day to day worried about it, but like, if you're thinking realistic, more realism in your horror movies, like Ghosts isn't it?
I mean, realistic isn't happening to white people, not me.
Sure. It's good to see the whites get scared.
Yeah, like if I lived in a house and then like shit is moving around, the door is opening and closing, I'm not staying there. But you know, if it's happening to my white neighbor, I'm like, oh dude, tell me all about it, man. What's going on over there next door? You got video? You got video too? I'll watch that.
Were you the one that sent me the reel on Instagram that was like 5 minutes of magic? It was like the title is 5 minutes of magic watching black people react to haunted houses. Was that you?
It doesn't sound like me, but I'm not ruling it out.
I mean, it was great.
Watch haunted houses. No, that wasn't me.
5 midgets of magic would also be very special. But yeah, it's like very exaggerated reactions and some people who lean into like, oh, I'm too cool, I'm too tough to get scared by this thing. And some people who are just over the top, like, I'm a fight you.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I loved it.
I'll have to check that out. I'll have to find it. Is this the new live stream overlay? Sure. Yeah, we're going to try this out because using our previous platform, we kept getting rudely disconnected from Twitch. We did not like that. It made us unhappy, and I think ultimately it made you all unhappy. So we're gonna try this out, make sure we can keep it up from a technical standpoint. I think I fixed my volume thing, just trying to, I wanted to use my speakers as usual, but it seems like I keep getting feedback, so I just threw on the headphones. Fuck it, go back to the old school until I can get my noise suppression back where I want it to. But yeah, this is going to be our layout for right now.
We're laying it all on the line.
Got a little skeleton on there because it's October.
Spooky.
Ooh, scary. Yeah, we're trying to shit out. But oh, you know what movie series that I do want to watch though? That I haven't watched all the way through is all the Conjuring movies.
Those are good. Those are good right off the bat. I would say some of the best ghost movies of our time.
Yeah, I've heard that, and I'm like, man, if I really want to sit down and just get into some scary shit, those are the ones that I would probably watch first. But I can't think of anything else that really kind of like it's not saying that I'm like a ghost person, but I don't know. I just like shit seeming somewhat realistic. Ghosts are real, right? Yeah.
Sure. I mean, do you really think that though?
No, I don't know.
No, I'm not.
I feel like I would be. I guess in my brain, I feel like I would more so believe like, oh, some ghost shit is happening than a guy wandering around like murdering people and nobody just like catching on to it. We don't have too many serial killers these days. Is what I'm trying to say.
I don't think that that's true. I think there's probably some active serial killers who just pick their victims at random. Maybe they're long haul truckers, so they're just constantly on the go, pop into Frankfurt, New Jersey, stab, 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 and then fuck off.
I don't know, man. I've met several people who are like schizophrenic, and the way they describe stuff, I'm like, this guy's really seeing some shit. But I don't know too many King Vons. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know any King Vons either.
There you go. You probably know somebody in our Discord who's schizophrenic, though.
I mean, not all schizophrenics are serial killers. Not all serial killers are schizophrenics. But I see where you're going with it.
I'm not saying the schizophrenics are serial killers, but they might be seeing ghosts and shit that you and I just don't see the naked eye.
That's true. When it comes to ghost hauntings, for sure.
There you go.
There's nothing more lame to me than ghost adventures. And I had an ex-girlfriend that was so into it. She's like, oh my God, that guy's so dreamy. Red flag right there. But also that she was entertained by this fucking goober going around with his fake gadgets, like, oh, do you hear something? Oh. Yeah. And they're just scaring each other in like a dark room. Would I do that in person? Absolutely. That sounds awesome. Give me a flashlight in a cemetery. Let's go. But watching someone else experience that on TV and like setting up like jump scares,
boring.
No.
Yeah, if there's
Boring.
one thing that I do hate, is the ghost chasing shows. Like,
yes,
we're gonna go to this insane asylum where people used to be strapped down and zap their brains with electricity, and we're gonna talk to the spirits with this little fuzzy static AM radio. I'm like,
yeah,
get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
But what is interesting, Skinwalker Ranch, aliens. You gotta watch it.
In there.
Bunch of white guys out in the middle of where they at, Utah, fucking lights flying in the air and shit. They got like this whole magnetic cyclone in the middle of the field. That shit's interesting. To me.
Sully says the BuzzFeed Unsolved series was amazing, though. I don't know that I've seen it.
I don't want to watch something where there is no conclusion or there is nothing that is visually going to happen that I can't see anywhere else. Like, if you're gonna go like chase a ghost, I better see fucking ghost.
See that ghost. That fucking ghost better be on camera.
And it can't be some lame shit like, oh, the curtain fell over, or oh, I heard a sound in the room a couple doors down. Let's walk back over there and talk. Like, I gotta see like a knife fly at your chest and you like your life is in danger. You hurl out of the way. I gotta see it carving in your skin. Like, get the hell out of my house. Like, I want to see some ghost shit. Don't show me like a little meter going back and forth like, oh, it's talking to us. No, it's not. You're just farting in the wind and shit.
I also love how all the ghost sightings are always like these Victorian children. Like, there's never been any ghosts since then. It's always Victorian era. You're like, okay, dude, for sure.
Yeah. Do we not have any ghosts from the 90s or the early 2000s? Like,
yeah, just dressed exactly as I am.
All the ghosts have to be from like the 1700s. The hell.
Yeah. But I also agree. I'm like, unsolved crimes. I want my crimes solved. All my true crime, I want a resolution. Not because I'm like, oh, it's scary, he's still out there, but more just like I need to resolve that in my brain. Otherwise, my brain's gonna be hung up on it and upset.
I think the thing that gets me is I need to know that you got paid to go out there and it wasn't just some bullshit like film job. Like, if I find out you got like 20 grand to go into some house just to run around and pretend that you're going to see something, I'm upset. I could do that.
Yeah,
But
I
if
could
you-
do that.
But if
We
you
should do that.
Yeah, but if you actually know like, oh, I know how to make this ghost pop up on camera,
Okay, you deserve whatever money that they gave you. I'm not mad at that. But yeah, just walking around a little abandoned prison with
Yeah.
some doodads, I could do that shit.
A bunch of goobs bumping into each other and listening to the scratch of a radio. No,
Call me a hater.
but we should do a WCR ghost hunt.
Where would we go?
Arlington Cemetery.
I want to see old veterans. Probably be like, "What are you doing in my cemetery, boy? Get back in the field, boy."
I think Sully's onto something. Yeah, instead of a mansion, instead of like a Airbnb mansion, let's get a haunted mansion. You know, let's have to like run away from ghosts the whole time while recording an album.
Why? First off, why?
Because it's both things. It's both cool for the music people. It's also cool for the ghost people. It's multi-genre, mixed media, as they say.
I feel like those need to be two separate things. No way am I gonna be recording a verse and then Ghost is trying to like poke me in the back and get my attention. Like, hey dude, look, I'm flickering this candle back here. Don't you see it?
Yeah. He's like, "Woo, shut up. You just ruined my take. I was mid-verse, bro. I don't need your woos, your ad-libs."
I don't think Tupac's ghost would be haunting anybody. I don't know. I feel like somebody like Tupac, we'd have heard about their ghost by now.
Who do you think in the Discord would make the best collab with Tupac?
With
Like
Tupac?
style-wise. Yeah, like style-wise, who could fit into like the Tupac song?
Other than Ray Stans, I guess I would have to go either Little Swiss or Casanova.
Are you just
Naming
okay?
black people? No, I'm not
Yeah.
just naming black people. What's wrong with you? No. I'm thinking intuitively about who has, who can do a little bit of aggressive but be introspective. I think either Casanova or Little Swiss.
I could see it. I mean, what can't those guys do?
Who would you pick?
The one that went in my mind, like at least out of the WCR crew, was like Jacob. I think Jacob has a unique mix of aggression, but also like talking realness. I can see him working with Tupac.
I don't know. I feel like their styles are drastically different, but that's also given that Tupac died at 25 and his style didn't get to evolve much further than where we heard it. But yeah, I agree with what Sully said there. I think Jacob sounds like he's more of a versatile in terms of like Drake collaboration, because I don't know. I guess I need to hear more content from Jacob, the absent on the mic man.
Heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
More content.
More content. Speaking of content, we're here to listen to subscriber music.
Hell yeah.
We listen to tracks from the Discord, give it a rating 1 through 10, give some thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, ask how your life is going, tell you how your life should be going, all that nature.
Free advice.
Free advice at a cost of a subscription.
Yeah. Almost free advice.
Slightly free advice. Free if you're already subscribed. So, we got a resub from Sully, so he's gonna be up first. Then we got a few in the queue for tonight. I think there was a question about Dove. Yeah, post whatever track. Just let us know it's Dove's. All right, this is Sully. First beat, serious this time. He made it to sing over. Can't figure out the piano keys, so recorded the guitar. Catalyst coached him through the mix. This is called In the Distance. All right, let's rock and roll.
Kuiper back with the double wub. Shout out, brother.
All right, that was In the Distance by Sully. Not Cock Loop this time, Bird.
I was waiting for a cock loop, especially with 1 minute, only 1 minute. I was like, oh God. But no, this was great. I really liked the deep guitar. I had no issues personally with the mix. It was an interesting choice. Like the guitar, I don't know how to say this, felt a little wet. It kind of had those like wetness to it. I think with Sully's vocals, I can see him doing something really cool with this. I think the piece that I'm still curious about is where does it go artistically? You know what I mean? Because right now we only have 1 minute to really get a sample of. I think you're on the right track 100%. But the big question is like, how are you going to make this a full song? And like, what are you going to do to make the chorus stand out? You know what I mean? So I think you have a really good start here. I'd give you, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I feel like just because it's shorter, I'll say 8. But I like the vibes here, and I think you set yourself up for a really cool song.
Yeah, I like how it's starting out. I don't, like Bert said, I don't really hear anything that really stands out like, oh man, you need to tweak or change this. I have the same question about where does it go from there? Like, what becomes the hook? Does it have any build up the further along it gets? Like, I can definitely hear Sully's voice on top of it. I'm just not sure, especially without drums, does it stay kind of like that interlude vibe? Does it just stay chill? And then you basically have to be the star of the show. But I don't mind any of what you have so far. I think you just have to figure out, you either have to figure out where you want to take it from a production standpoint, or B, where do you want to go from a song standpoint if you already have the song written. Because I think if you have the song written, you can decide, okay, I want to do this with the production in the background, or vice versa. You'd say, well, I'm going to produce it like this, and then that kind of guides the song along that path. But I'd give it a 7 just because of the uncertainty, but certainly not a bad 7. It's like I don't know where it's going to go 7.
One thing I'll cautious about, just because I'm reading the chat and you were saying he doesn't know how to transition this into a hook part. One thing I'd caution against is as you make this a longer song, you might have to go back and kind of rework this in terms of like maybe deleting 4 to 8 bars to make sure that you have a well-structured, like this is the part that I envision for my verse. And then once you understand where you're going to take it with the chorus part, you might have to go back, 1 minute and 11. You can't just copy paste and okay, now this all makes sense musically. I think like Dice was hinting at, having an understanding of, all right, here's some build, here's where the energy gets brought back, and then boom, right in your face for a chorus, right? Like you have those elements to play with. And since this is just kind of a starting point, you can kind of go back and rethink some of those moments of here's where I want the energy to be increased. So the chorus can really hit home and really make what I did with the verse impactful, if that makes sense.
Heard. All right. Kuiper's up next with his resub, just called Girl.
Really quickly, so I'm just thinking this out loud. So I think for the hook, if we're talking about hooks, I think adding in a couple extra elements, right? I think you add in elements for a hook and you take away elements to play with the verse and play with the energy on the buildup, right? I think the hook typically is where you should have the most amount of things happening. So whether that's like some piano keys, whether that's a cymbal in the background on top of, a synth pad, like I would add some synths, some deep, you know, kind of in the same key. I think there's a lot you could do with it, but add layers.
Add some bees buzzing.
Yeah. Whoa, you a bumblebee. Inside joke.
Whose idea was that? Nash's?
Nash made a song about being a bumblebee, and then we were freestyling drunkenly, and I was like, I'll just freestyle my verse. And I decided to use that time to make fun of him.
It's a great freestyle. All right, here's Kuiper with Girl.mp3.
Your girl's an MP3.
Am I falling in love? Are we something or not? I can tell something's wrong in my head. Am I dead? Use your words of affection and lies to reflect it again. Tell me what I'm waiting here for. Any time to blow through that door. Put it to my head. Put it to my bullet through my head. She said she's tired of his nonsense. Tell me where I'm lost. I don't know where I started at. Why is it so damn hard on us? Tell me what's your purpose. Just tell me it all. Girl, tell me I'm worthless. I deserve my scars. Am I falling in love? Are we something or not? I can tell something's wrong in my head. Am I dead? Use your words of affection and lies to reflect it again.
The silence.
This
Go ahead.
Girl by Kuiper. Handsome Bloke, 1985. If we review anything, we don't have any stipulations against anything that we review. I can't say that the audience may be in favor of AI music, but Bird and myself, we don't care. But just a note that tonight is our subscriber night, so we're doing music from our subscribers. But if you wanted to get in line, you can subscribe yourself, tip, or gift a sub, and we'll get you in there. Kuiper, Girl. Yeah, I like this a lot. I think it's the first time I don't really have any like strong I hate this or that about it. Usually there's something I hate about your music, and I think this time I'm cool. I like the vocals. I like the beat. It's not overpowered with a guitar that just sounds like you haphazardly strung something and, you know, just said, fuck it, I'll just leave it there. No drums, but I think, you know, kind of building off of what Sully did, where it's just kind of like a, you know, drumless but interlude type music. I like the vibe that it got. Yeah, I like this a lot. I don't know that it would necessarily hit that this is a memorable piece, but it certainly is a progressive piece where, like, if it was in between two songs, I would never skip it. So for that reason, I'll give it a 9.
Kuiper. I agree with Dice. I didn't find anything hateable about this. I think, usually when you bust out the guitar, there's like a string off or something. It's like, does your guitar have all the strings on
You
it?
missing a string there, buddy?
This one actually, this was vibes. Great vocals. As always, the writing and the vocal performance is insane. My thing is, I think you should make another verse to this. I think, you know, I wanted to hear more. This is a solid, you know, for what it is, 134. I think it's a great track. My only other technical thing just that I would have preferred is you made a choice on the ending chorus to kind of have that high pass filter on it. I think because your vocals are the star of the show, I wish it wasn't on there. I just wish you took the high pass off, because your voice, the tones, like that's what's interesting about this. And you kind of like on purpose gave yourself a bit of a handicap, especially in such a short song. Make sure to knock that shit out of the park. Why run around the bases with your shoelaces tied together? So that's where I'm at. I still think it's 8.5.
When you run around the bases with your shoelaces tied, you definitely make the Sports Center top 10 highlight.
Bottom 10 highlight.
Either or. Still a 10. Right?
Sure.
Shacked and a fool.
I don't have cable like that.
Me
Does
neither.
anyone? Yeah.
I used to, but then I came to the
What,
conclusion.
used to?
Well, no, I mean used to as in like up until last year.
Recently?
And
Yeah.
then I came to the conclusion that I'm only paying for cable to watch the History Channel so that I can watch The Curse of Oak Island and Skinwalker Ranch. And is that really justifying the cost? No.
That's kind of where I'm at with Hulu, man. I pay like insane amounts. Over $100 for like the live TV. No ads, but it has fucking ads on everything. It's like I remember calling them when I first got the plan. I was like, excuse you, there's ads on the screen. And she's like, oh, that's only for our library of old shit. All the new stuff still has ads, of course. Regardless.
Yeah. That's how they get you, right? Because then you give up your cable and you're like, okay, I'm gonna switch to streaming, and then streaming is like, oh well, you can't watch sports events. Well, here you go. Here's a live TV package, but you also get these 100 other channels that you may or may not watch. It's fucking cable all over again.
Fucking cable all
And then
over
if you
again.
want the specific thing that you want, like let's say you do want just ESPN and you don't want like HBO, then you got to pay like $25 a month just for that, and you might as well have got the extra fucking 100 channels for $60.
Dude, that's why I'm like doubling down on physical media. Like all those movies that I like and care about, I'm gonna get them from Goodwill for like $1, and fuck anybody who takes them off of streaming and says, can't have this.
You know, it's
I
not
have
$1 that you can get a physical copy of The Last Mixtape.
Shit, heard of that?
That's right. You can go on Amazon right now. You can get your physical copy of The Last Mixtape, starring your two favorite hosts right here and many other folks. Or if you do want to just be digital, you can go on Apple TV and Prime Video and YouTube Movies and you rent it there. Whatever.
Yeah, but I personally like physical media because you never know. One day Prime Video could take that shit off and then you wouldn't be able to like see me on screen until the next time we do this.
The only thing that I'm kind of sold on the digital side is video games. Cause fuck getting up to switch a CD just to play a different game, and then they're like switch CDs.
I'm out on that too, and here's why. The fucking connection, like, oh, you have to connect to the internet to even play single player. Fuck out of here. No, I don't need your fucking digital DLC pack. I don't need my, Red Dead Redemption 2 cowboy to have an astronaut suit. Fuck out of here. Who cares? Just let me play my fucking game. Let me kill some horse robbers and leave me alone.
They really started to get on my nerves when it was like you'd buy the physical CD, but then they'd be like, well, we have to download 10 gigabytes worth of shit for you to play the game. Like, what's the point of give me 3 more CDs? I'm just trying to be disconnected from the internet, and you're telling me I still have to download shit. I hate it. But at the same time, there's nothing more convenient than just saying, I'm tired of this game. I'm losing like shit. Fuck off, Apex Legends. Switch to something else.
Yeah. I've been warzoning hard, and all my friends are like fucking counting the seconds until Battlefield comes out. I don't know that I'm ready to commit to a new first-person shooter, though.
You a turncoat? You gonna switch to Battlefield?
I feel like I'm just gonna stop playing video games.
Is it that serious, man?
I
gotta be honest. I don't think I've really ever played Battlefield. I may have played like the demo once eons ago, so I don't know how it competes with Call of Duty. I used to be a very huge Call of Duty fan, but I'm not so much anymore. It disgusts me now. But I never got into like, oh well, I'll just switch to Battlefield. I was just like, fuck it, I'll just find something else, and then I ended up playing Apex Legends.
I tried old Battlefield. It's just too chaotic. There's always like 1,000 snipers on the hills, and next thing you know, there's a tank running your skull over and crushing it. You're like, oh, okay. I just wanted to run up and surprise people and boom, boom, boom. Like I'm a run and gunner. Let's just like rush into a room and start like shooting the armors off of you. But no, like you rush in and then someone shoots you with a bullet and you die. Too real.
But that's what I hated about the thing that I hated about Call of Duty was anything that wasn't hardcore mode. Because I'm like unloading my clip into people's chests and then they like shoot me 3 times and I'm dead. So I played everything on hardcore, but then it became too fast paced too, because like you spawn and then somebody's like camping your spawn point and killing you. It's like, I hate this.
Fair.
What is
the finals?
It's kind of like I don't want to say it's like Counter-Strike, but it's kind of like that. Except newer.
Newer Counter-Strike. Well, I was obsessed with Counter-Strike as a young pimply teen.
I'm probably not describing it good. It's just a new like first-person shooter.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah.
That's cool.
All right. Heavily promoted in the chat. So
yeah,
worth checking out.
Next up, Unit. Submit. Oh, here's the submission from Fallen. Did I skip anybody? We're good. We're good, right? I'm not fucking up. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. All right. We have reacted to a version of this before, but this is the tweaked version with new recording and better mix. Okay, here's the Fallen Dove Hide on the Moon version 2.
Can I hide on the moon? Can I hide with you? Can I hide on the moon, baby? Can I hide with you? Baby, can I hide? Baby, I lied. Baby, can I hide? Sorry that I made you cry. Carousel, dab in my pocket mail. Like caramel, need a rig like oil well. Break me like I fell, give me when we in hell. And I wanna tell you that I already fell. They tripping on me, I'm sipping on whiskey, but I'm trying to see how I need to be. I need to hide secrets, I don't wanna keep it, but do I mean it with confused feelings? I'm feeling the gravity, this is all new to me, all pressure and realities. I wrote some good weed, can you let me be? Am I lying with a speech? I'm low on my knees, I don't pray to succeed. Love on the moon, rocking the air like New Rock. Far from Mighty Hawk, I'm alone with my quad lean. Feels like pop rocks, Charlie with a splash pop take, so I can't stop. Then I climb to the top. Hey, my past and future, my present is future. Taught me like a tutor that horns can suit her. I wanna pursue her like I'm a drug user. The pills are seeking Luna, wish I took it sooner. Can I hide on the moon? Can I hide with you? Can I hide on the moon, baby? Can I hide with you? Can I hide with you? Hey, can I hide with you? Can I hide on the moon? Can I hide with you? Can I hide with you? Baby, I lied with you. Can I hide with you? I'm sorry I lied to you. Baby, I rap for you. Baby, I die for you. I'm sorry I lied to you. Baby, can I hide with you?
Fallen Dove with Hide on the Moon version 2. So I feel like the performance is better. I don't really remember version 1, but I feel like just listening to this, the performance is better. I don't understand the pitch correction being cranked up because it's not that it's like pulling your vocals out of tune, but it's like it's almost compressing them out of audible listening range. It's like you like drop out into empty pockets and then it comes back in. So I mean, I was thinking about this while I'm listening. Like, am I really aged out and I just don't get the auto tune stuff? And I have to think no, because I listen, like, I'll listen to T-Pain, I'll listen to like some other shit where people have auto tune on, and I don't mind it. I just don't understand like the need to like have it like cranked up beyond where it's necessary, to where it feels like it's negatively impacting the vocals. And I feel like it didn't bring your vocals out of tune, but it brought your vocals out of audible listening range. And then again, like I think I've said this before, but the content, it just feels I don't want to stale feels strong. It just feels like the content isn't going anywhere. It's like swirling around in a tub of water, and it's not draining out, it's not splashing up, it's just kind of swirling around right now. And I'm not sure what direction you're headed in. I'm not necessarily hearing new topics. I'm not hearing things said in a new and interesting, unique way, even if it is the same thing, just like rehashed and like, oh, that's cool. Like nothing really stands out to me to say, oh, that was a clever line or something like that. It just feels like it's kind of just stagnant. But overall, I guess I'd give this a 5.5. I don't hate it, but I'm not necessarily resonating with it. So I'm at a 5.5.
Yeah, I kind of had similar feelings as Dice, where it's like the performance is better. I think, one thing that stood out to me was you're using different tones, like naturally, like we'll put the effects that you used on your vocals to the side for a second. I think if you just listen to how you're delivering it, it feels stronger. And also there's more dynamicism. It's more dynamic. The way that you're delivering and using, different tones kind of along with the music rather than fighting against it. That being said, I do think overall I had the same kind of soul searching that I was doing in my head of like, am I too fucking old for this? Like, do I just not get it? Could be, I don't know. But I was like, damn, that's just so much fucking auto-tune. And I can't help but wonder what it would sound like if you took that off. Just fucking get rid of it. I think it would sound better without any sort of crazy pitch correction. Or if you feel more comfortable in this style with pitch correction, not cranking it to 1,000. Kind of agree on the topics, but I think they're unique and interesting enough. Like I don't get all the references like Planet X. Like I don't know if you're building out like some sort of world here for a second, kind of single for a second album. I'm all right with it. I think just some of the mixing choices were a little extreme for my ear. I'll say 5.5 as well. I think it's an improvement, and there's still work to do. X-World is the album the original song was on.
I think you kind of like hit on like maybe where I'm leaning towards is like some of the references that he uses, I just don't I don't get them, or they don't necessarily like resonate with me. Like, oh, that's unique enough or interesting enough that I want to dive into it more. Like you have the whole concept of X-World, and it's not necessarily very clear in the music that's coming out of it. So I just end up being disinterested in general. Like no matter how many times you mention it across several albums, I'm just like, I don't get it. What happens? So I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. I ponder that a lot because I don't want to feel like I'm just like I'm out of touch with music, but at the same time, there's things where I listen to and I can objectively say I just don't get it.
Do I think that the song would be better without such a long space at the intro and such a long outro where you just say X-World? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. All right, we got a tip from Noir and then another gifted sub from Kuiper, so we'll get these right away. Sorry, Ray Stans, and I don't know, hang in there, or you can compete with the best, which is Noir and Kuiper.
They are the best
All right.
in my heart.
Noir's got another one here from his upcoming mixtape in the works with Femi Aishola. This is called I Pray, featuring Sammy. I Pray by Femi Aishola, featuring Sammy. Bird, do you pray?
I ain't no predator. I ain't no prey either.
I like that answer.
Noir, interesting production, very unique. I can honestly say there's no one on the Discord doing it like you. That's a very distinct sound that I think that you really found something in your collaborator with Femi Aishola. Like, he just kind of has the type of style that can work with very unique beats. I loved this. I liked the that was a crazy line. It's like, I pray that this outfit don't make me look Jewish. Like,
the curls don't
what?
make me look. He prays that the curls don't make him look Jewish. And then he said,
okay.
I pray that line don't make me sound anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitic, yeah. Okay, so I missed the curl part. I thought it was just outfit. Hilarious. There was some interesting lines throughout this, like also the chorus, very catchy. Obviously, the chat is vibing with it. I would say my only technical issues are just kind of in the mix. It felt like, especially early on in the first verse, there was just a lot of sharpness, a lot of S's. Felt like maybe a de-esser could help out. And then there was like a kind of a high pass filter for the chorus parts, which I think if you had stronger layers backing kind of the singing parts, it would hit even stronger. It's not a bad chorus and it's very catchy as is. I'm just saying this would be like, from a technical perspective, the way I'm hearing it, if you had clear multiple layers that didn't have the effects on them to go along with your singing, I think it would be even catchier of a hook. But that's just nitpicking because we're here analyzing everything. I'd give this a solid 9.
Bird hates high pass filters, folks. Just FYI. Don't you ever put a high pass filter on that man's vocals and don't tell him. Totally take that shit off right away.
Every time.
Every
fucking time.
Try to sneak it in there. He's like, hey, it sounds a little high. Can you take the filter
You
off?
fucking not?
I like the song. Yeah, I not to like compare it to the Fallen Dove, but I think this was kind of what I was talking about lyrically, where things stand out to you and it's like memorable, and like when Bird talks about the line about the Jewish curls and like all that stuff, like there's moment, like not that you remember everything, but there's like moments in here where it's like, oh, okay, I get it, or I resonate with that, or I can visualize that, and like those are the things that make tracks like kind of stand out, and I think this had a lot of those elements. Good production. I think it was smooth overall. Curious, I don't know if you ever told us, Noir, but how did you and Femi Aishola start working together? Did he find your beats? Did you find him and you sent more stuff? But I think, like Bird said, you guys, from what we've heard, make some great collaborations. Curious to see how the mixtape will sound in full from like start to finish. I'll give it a 9.5. I like it. Like, I think it has a lot of interesting elements about it that would make it replayable back to back for me. To me. All right. Found him on the Dreamville Discord. Okay.
Why don't you bring along J. Cole as well?
Yeah. I almost said fuck Dreamville, but I was like, oh, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, they could be along any minute.
Nah. I haven't been on any other Discords in a while, so that's cool. I'm glad that there's other communities out there where people are connecting, and it's not just like a wasteland of people like sharing links and then disappearing into the abyss. So that's cool.
I'm not. Fuck that. The only place for music on the internet is the White Collar Rhymes Discord. Every other Discord is garbage juice. That's like straight out of a fucking a sick pregnant woman's diarrhea butt. Every other Discord.
I was gonna do the air horn, but I don't think sick diarrhea but deserves the air horn.
I'm just saying, if you want music, collaborations, and to find real talent, only place on the internet right here.
All right, next up, Kuiper with his gifted sub. Last one. All right, just a bunch of banging on the keyboard. Here's Chlor.
I picture his head like eventually just slamming the keyboard as he's furiously. Bam!
Chlorpromazine demo. Okay.
It's a fun voicemail.
Return of the loud strumming guitars. Not as poorly played this time. A little more rhythm and tune to them. However, they are kind of almost battling with the vocals, but at least we can hear you and make out what you're saying. I say that to say I think you've made like some huge gains in your mixing, where I remember we used to struggle to kind of make out a lot of your words because it just sound muffled and unclear. I think you've really improved on the clarity, whether that be from your recent microphone purchase or you're working on actually mixing them better. So I like that aspect. This song didn't resonate with me as strong as the other one did, because I feel like lyrically it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of meandered and didn't hit a finite point like some of your other things did. It just seemed like it sounded like teenage angst is more or less what I'm getting at. It just sounded like I'm frustrated for whatever reason and I'm just gonna scream things into the void. So maybe it wasn't for me in that sense, but I think overall it sounded good, aside from the guitar being a little bit loud. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah. Tell you what I liked. I liked the writing. I liked your vocal tones. Like the vocals, the singing, great. Writing, great. I even liked the moment where you kind of got more aggressive in your delivery. I think that was really smart. And play with that more. Do that more. Kind of like Dice said, it's just the guitar, man. It was mixed enough so I could hear the vocals, which is still good. But again, it kind of feels like you're handicapping yourself with that guitar specifically. And the way that I was imagining it in my brain is it sounded like just slightly, like not quite the key that you're looking for when you're going back and forth, like, I don't know how to describe this at the exact moment, but like there was one of the chords that it just felt like you needed to move your hands down like 1 inch. You know what I mean? It just felt slightly off the entire time on the strumming in one particular chord. And that kind of threw me off for it. The guitar just threw me off a little bit. But again, you're so fucking talented that you kind of make it work anyways. This one's a 7 for me.
Here's my very amateur perception of guitar playing, is that there's people who like play specific strings for specific reason, and there's people like Kuiper who just like strum all fucking 5-6 strings at a time, and then they just move their hand up and down the guitar neck. And I think if you can learn how to play specific notes at specific moments for specific reasons, it'll eliminate a lot of this noise and this clutter that we're hearing of just like fucking just strumming it for the sake of fucking strumming it, and just I'll just move my hand and make it sound different strums. I think that's what's killing your guitar playing, is not playing it for specific reasons and just strumming it to have a guitar in the background.
100%. And it feels like, I'm very amateur. I don't play guitar. I never took courses on music theory, but just after listening to music, you can kind of hear what tones your brain wants to go to. You can hear what chords like you're looking for. And in the strumming, it just felt like one chord off. And I'd love for somebody who actually knows how to play guitar to take a listen to this and be like, oh, here's where it's a little off.
Yeah. I mean, again, like I would say, we got Gons who plays the guitar. We got we got Casper who also plays guitar. You know, I'm not saying that you have to be as good or better than them. I'm just saying maybe ask them for like, hey, if I'm, trying to strum a melody, what type of techniques could I use to like, instead of just strumming every fucking string, what can I do to make sounds more tuned or, dialed in? Stuff like that. Same way that people are, always asking, well, how do I mix my vocals? How do I, mix these drums? Like, you can ask how to play an instrument too. No shame. All right, next up. I don't know. Still trying to find middle bit. Sad. Okay.
You left me and I didn't say a word.
Okay.
Did everything I could, it didn't work.
You don't know? I fucking know.
Just make me
Sad by I don't know. I like this composition as a whole. The only real main problem that I have with it are the drums are at the peak of whatever frequency range that you can, max them out and compress them to. So every time your drums hit, there's a split second that every sound just deads. So like every time your drums hit, it basically enters the space vacuum and all the sound disappears for a millisecond. And that was the most annoying thing about this, because I enjoyed like the arrangement, the vocals sounded cool, I like the sounds, I don't mind the glitch effects, but the drums, every time the drums hits, it just maxes out every fucking sound and it just compresses everything to shit and it disappears. And that was the most annoying thing to me. So if you can like reduce the gain on the drums so that they aren't just overpowering everything and overworking your compressor, then I think that would even out everything else that you have there. So I'd still give this a 7.5, because I think there's still a lot of good things about the arrangement and all the other stuff that you did well, but just the way that the drums are laid out and mixed is what detracts it for me.
Here's my issue as a judge is I'm so excitable. I was like, this is fucking dope. I don't give a shit. 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10. Fuck y'all. 10. And then I wean down a little bit. I'm like, okay, let's bring it back to reality a little bit.
Reality?
Is it perfect? No, I have some suggestions for you, but I love this. I love it. I do know this is dope. Dice hit on something where you hear the sounds kind of get sucked out like a vacuum. I wasn't attributing it to the drums, but I guess that makes sense. For me, my suggestion was going to be on the synths, adding a little bit more delay, adding some more delay so it's not quite so wow, like wow. Be like wow, and as it's fading out, you can kind of hear the next part coming in. I think that would just make it feel less empty, because it in parts does feel just so empty. But I love the arrangement, I love the sounds, I love the sample. Fuck it, I'm gonna give it a 10 anyways. Suck my dick.
Very aggressive 10 there.
Aggressive 10.
Okay. Can you join and be a judge next time? What are you gonna judge, Britt? What do you know about music? Answer me that. What are you gonna judge? What are you gonna rate? Huh? You gonna rate people's vocal qualities, how they arrange their beats? What are you gonna do? Enlighten us. Humor me, will you? Shall you? You're a good ear. Tells me nothing. Tells me shit.
Good ears and bad ears. I have good ear.
I know about drums. All right, now you're playing in my face and feel like you're making a mockery of what we do here.
I feel mocked.
Ray says for vibe check. What, you don't like our vibes? You don't like what we got going on here?
Yeah, it's like too much testosterone on screen here. Too much aggression. Yeah.
Man, we should start every show like, yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. How y'all like that? I like that, bitches.
I used to work out, not anymore.
Ew. What do you mean, ew? You're definitely not judging now. Whatever slim minuscule chance you had is gone. All right, we got Ray Stans, Mayday Draft. I'm preparing myself for whatever we're about to listen to here. All right, shake it off. All right, you want to do a vibe check, Ray Stans? Here's the vibe check. Mayday.
I have bad news for you.
Remember when we had Kinsig judge for us, and he kept dropping?
Yeah,
did it from his iPhone and it kept dropping.
Like,
harder than it looks, folks.
Look at his wall and shit.
Like up his nose as he's laying down.
Mayday, mayday, I'm about to crash out. Hey, where my payday? I'd like to cash out. Future with the mask off, I don't even ask how. Off with the gloves, steady swinging.
Yeah, run this back.
Mayday, mayday, I'm about to crash out. Hey, where my payday? I'd like to cash out. Future with the mask off, I don't even ask how. Off with the gloves, steady swinging at the task now. Mayday, mayday, I'm about to crash out. Hey, where my payday? I'd like to cash out. Future with the mask off, I don't even ask how. Off with the gloves, steady swinging at the task now. Woke up today and it turns out that I chose a war. This life's a bitch, like really she's a frozen whore. So many chosen, but I thought I told these hoes before. You should watch your ass from the motion of the closing door. You think you fucking with me, but really though I'm not the one. Might cause a riot with that heater out the cummerbund. I'm surprised there's anyone that it when it came to this, but life keep lining them up and I ain't aim to miss. Player please, don't you know a player aim to please? Put the flame to lips, sipping then I paint the breeze. Whatever that I gotta say to make the panties drop like I got 50 cents. Meet me in the candy shop. This were the apples that could pop up in the cannon scope. Like I could polka dot you, pop you like a cantaloupe. I can't abide by the babble of the bitch made. That's why I'm at the glass, steady tapping with my switchblade.
Come in. Is anyone there? We're going down off the coast. Call it in. Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Mayday. I have lots of thoughts about this bird. Who wants to go
Let's
first?
hear it. I think you have lots of thoughts. Let's hear it.
I like the hook. I hate the way you performed it. I think you need to. I like the hook. I just feel like you need to be less comical. Not saying that you were being comical, but it needs to be like have a more serious tone to it. Sound Mayday, Mayday. It sounds like very cheesy, and I think it needs to have a little bit more seriousness to it, and then it will really like hit me. That's why I had to run it back. I'm like, I hate how he sounds, but it actually is
Kind of
performed well.
catchy
Yeah.
on paper. Yeah.
Like it's performed well, but like the way the voice is performing it
tone.
is not good. Then there's like other little bits and like I want to like this track Ray Stans, and I feel like I'm going to say some
It's your
stuff that
biggest
people
fan right here.
people are gonna I'm gonna say some stuff people are gonna say Dice doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm gonna go back to my red car days and say like you gotta like get all the clutter out of your fucking your sentences. Like there was like this point here. Let me find this line that you said.
Off with the gloves, steady swinging at the task now. Woke up today and it turns out that I chose a war. This life's a bitch, like really she's a
frozen whore.
Like something
Yeah.
like that. Woke up today and it turns out I chose a war. This life's a bitch. My style of writing is just say life's a bitch. Like your style of writing is you say like the whole like sentence structure, and I feel like that's what takes it out of the I don't want to say I don't know how to phrase it, but like saying this life's a bitch feels very enunciated and proper. And I feel like to get your point across, you just say life's a bitch. And you put more inflection, you put more emphasis in your delivery, and that's what really sells it to people rather than saying this life's a bitch. Because now I feel like you're just like preaching to me, and I'm like, all right, whatever. This guy's just saying a whole bunch of by the book shit, and it's like those little bits and pieces that in your writing that I kind of like. Like if you sent me your lyrics, I'd strike through this word, strike through that word. Like the lines themselves are actually good. It's just you have so much filler in it, and my guesstimation is just it's a casualty of like you just started rapping a couple years ago, but you spent the last 30 years in corporate America, so you're used to like having to fully spell out what you want people to hear from you. And in hip hop and rap and songs, not even just hip hop, but in songs in general, you don't have to say a full sentence for somebody to understand what you're saying. You can say life's a bitch, and I will fully understand that as opposed to this life's a bitch. That's the like the small little differences that we try to tell like Cyclone and Dove and like all these and Joe Boston before he got his ass banned. It's like you don't need every single word in a sentence for me to understand the whole point. And I think that's the difference between this song being like a 9.5, 10 to me and like an 8 where it's at right now. Is like I like the sound of it. I just don't like the phrasing and the performance in the hook. So it's an 8.
Going off of what Dice said, yeah, the part that stuck out to me, and I was like, oh, the writing was that part exactly. It was life's a bitch. Life is a bit. This life is a bitch. The second part is the part I hated. Really, she's a frozen whore.
You want me to play it again?
Sure. Yeah.
even ask how. Off with the gloves, steady swinging at the task now. Woke up today and it turns out that I chose a war. This life's a bitch, like really she's a frozen whore. So many.
Like really, she's a frozen whore.
Really, she's a frozen whore. Like how there's so much to unpack. Like, why is she frozen? Oh, she's cold. Okay. And then really it's just, it feels like filler. You know what I mean? It's just so much filler. And then kind of along the same vibes, like if we're just being honest, I hear this and maybe it's the tone of everything. I think the tone mixed with the writing makes it come off as comical, and it doesn't necessarily feel like that's what you're going for, because you have another part later where it's like something about a red dot and pop you like a melon, like you're talking about, you know, exploding brains with bullets. And I'm like, it just doesn't feel authentic. You know what I mean? And if this is a song of like, you know, I know kind of some of the context of like, I'm going out the door, like, fuck y'all, you know, you want to make a gangster, like, you know, middle finger up. to the corporate man. That's cool. I'm here for it. I think that it's either one way or the other, though. It's either you stay authentic to yourself and you can still kind of have that same energy just with writing that isn't like gratuitous lying, or maybe lean in the other way and just have gratuitous lying and have it not be like somewhat this and somewhat that. It's one or the other. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, kind of just on the tone part of it, I agree. The Mayday part really stuck out to me as like, I just wanted a different tone. Mayday. Like, you know, kind of take your time with it and just like, Mayday. You know, I think there's a way to do that. It is a catchy chorus. It just needs to be executed a little better. But I want to like this too. I'm going to give this a 7. Because I know you can do it better. And that's my encouragement.
I feel like the song is like, you're right there, Ray Stans. You're like, you have two, you're at the fork in the road, right? You can either be Little Dicky or you can be Ray Stans. And I don't think you need to be Little Dicky. I don't think you need to like enunciate things very clearly and be like as comical as he is. I think you can like still do your like gratuitous sex things and like, you know, corporate gangster stuff and like just own that pocket without having to, because that's what I'm hearing. Is like I'm hearing like Little Dicky performing Ray Stans lyrics, and I just want to hear Ray Stans like just be himself and kind of just let go of all that, you know, corporate shtick that you've learned over the last 30 years and just relax and just like be yourself on the microphone. I feel like you're right there. And Red Car was like my perfect example of it. Like Ray Stans said, fuck it, I'm gonna write a song in 15 minutes. I'm not gonna think too heavy about it. And you made a banger. And I just need you to get back into that mindset again and give me some more Red Cars.
Dice needs you, Ray, to just like get in a car accident and then lose all like motor function, all higher level thought. It just completely reduce your vocabulary to like a 3rd or 4th grade level. And he's like, boom, now you're in.
I didn't want to say that, but I mean, we started off with like, you know, Final Destination. And if you happen to, you know, drive on the highway and you're behind a truck with the logs on it, just stay there. See what happens.
There. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, wait.
What could go wrong?
Oh, wait. We've seen what. Yeah.
You can either end up like the white version of 50 Cent, or you can end up a memory on a shirt. We'll get some WCR shirts with Ray Stans on it. Sell them in your memory. Donate to your cause.
Yeah. Keep all the profits.
I don't know where I'm going with this, Bird. Save me.
No, that's it. We hope you get logged so you can make music that Dice grew up listening to.
Yeah. Make some of those No Limit Cash Money bangers out of New Orleans. All right. Well, that was the last song in the queue. Unless anybody had anything else they wanted us to listen to.
Or if you had anything else you'd like us to rate, you know. What about Saturn? Out of 10, Dice, what do you think?
Saturn? The planet?
Saturn, the planet.
Or the car.
Ooh.
Car company.
I'm going to say the planet first, and then second is Sega Genesis.
Okay. Planet first. I give it like a 6 because I think of like everybody knows Uranus because they like Uranus,
right?
Neptune's big as fuck. We all like Neptune. Pluto is funny because we can't decide in our lifetime whether it is or isn't a planet. It just bounces in and out.
Will they? Won't they? It's the new sitcom, Planetary.
Mars, Elon Musk wants to habitate. So you know, Saturn's cool, but it's just not like top of the list cool.
It's not one of the popular kids,
right? Yeah. There's things before that. As far as Sega Saturn, huge missed opportunity, got blown away by PlayStation. I give it an 8, 7.5. It had some good games. It just didn't do what it needed to do.
Is Sonic kind of the one? Is that the GOAT of Sega Genesis?
Sonic and yeah, Sonic's pretty much it. Sonic and Shenmue, unless you like the deep cuts.
Yeah, I didn't have a deep cut. I didn't have a Sega. I had a Super Nintendo.
Oh.
Yeah. Saturn for me, I think, is a 7. I like the ring, right? It's the only one with the ring, but you're kind of right. Like, not one of the sexy ones. And there's a bunch of like rocks in front of it. So, like, even if you did try to go, you'd get blasted to shit before ever reaching it. Britt says she's got something to rate. Hit us. What's up?
I'm almost afraid to do this, Bird.
Also, Gray Baby, the fuck? I already told you. Just put a question.
I forgot
It's
to
text.
I forgot to bring this up at the beginning of the show because we were deep into our Halloween shit, but
yeah,
we forgot to do the phone line thing where we say, "Hey, if you guys want to call in." I don't know if this is a good time for it. I don't know about Britt and G Baby on the phone, but
I mean, I'm open to it. I'm open. Yeah. Gray Baby has a question. Britt has a question. Maybe open the call. Let's do it live.
Which one are we taking a call from?
I think both. But I need to make sure Britt actually has a question. Gray Baby says question and then just sits there waiting for me to say, what is it?
Every time she messaged me and she says question, I just send her a screenshot of her saying question to me like 10 times and then me saying at the finally, what is the question?
Don't get me wrong. I do love The Office. So like I always think of Dwight Schrute question. Which bear is best? I love that line.
G Baby, are you willing to call in and ask your question live? No,
I think she already put it.
Boo.
Well, you could always think of another question. We're here. C4 or G Fuel? Well, that's an easy one. I'll tell you exactly what. C4, because it gives me the tinglies, and I enjoy feeling like my heart will explode in order to succeed at my corporate shenanigans. I am useless in my day job if I don't have energy crack in my veins. And G Fuel, as much as I love the idea of it, and as much as it is in my cup right now, is only the second afterthought after I've had a C4. And I'm like, I need just a little bit more crack. That's when I go for the G Fuel powder.
What does feeling like your heart is about to explode really feel like?
It's like pumping out of your chest. It's kind of like you just ran 20 wind sprints and you have asthma. So you're like, I can't breathe, but this feels so good. I'm having fun playing basketball with my friends. Yeah, that's how it feels.
That doesn't sound very pleasant to me.
It's great.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can get Britt to actually call in. Britt, I'm going to send you a number. You want to call that number? Ray Stans asked a question. He said, would you agree to have a leg amputated below the knee for $1 million? No.
Fuck no.
Fuck no.
$1 million, that does nothing.
10
in
million?
Today's economy. 10 million, I can think about it.
Yeah.
I think with 10 million, you could like put 9 away in some shit you don't touch and it just grows year after year and pays. You're basically set for life.
Right.
1 million, that'll be gone within a year. And then you're without a leg.
You're live on White Collar Rhymes Radio. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Britt.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, are you ready?
We're ready.
Wait, do I just hang up after this and then let you guys answer on the stream?
That depends on what you ask.
Okay, if you drop soap on the floor, is it clean soap or dirty soap, or is it the floor clean? And then how can you get the soap dirty? Because if it's clean, because if it's already dirty, then it's like you're just washing it with its dirt. So which one is it?
Oh, this is easy. This is so easy. So the question is, if you drop soap on the floor, is the soap now dirty or is the floor now clean? And if your soap is dirty, how do you get it clean again? Well, the obvious answer is the soap's fucking gross. It's dirty, probably full of hairs, probably full of fucking contacts that fell out of my eyes, and I didn't even I couldn't find them to pick them up. But easy fix, because soap has layers to it. So you just look at it, you're like, oh shit, this is full of gross floor stuff and dog hair, and then you literally can just wipe it off in the shower. Put it underwater, and then all of a sudden it's clean soap again once enough dirt layers are off. Guys, your thoughts?
But if you're
Wait. Go ahead, Britt.
But if it's already dirty, you have to shave the gross layer off, because otherwise you're just washing it with its dirty self.
That's not how it works. So the way water hits soap is it's going to loosen up the layers. It's going to loosen up the layers, not all of them. That's why it's still a solid in your hand, but it's going to loosen up a lot of the layers, and then those will wash off, especially with a little rubbing and caressing with your hands, like my precious. And then the dirt's gone.
All right, Britt, I'm gonna hang up on you, and I'm gonna answer this question with an actual answer, not some made up shit that Bird has given you. Thank you for your question.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I think the context of this question is soap forever clean, or does soap get dirty ever? The question is, no, soap does not get dirty ever, because you use it to clean. So if you drop it on the ground, you pick it up, you just keep using it. I don't care if there's hairs on it, if there's jizz on it because you pleasure yourself in the shower. I don't care. It's clean soap. It might have a layer of crust on the outside, but still soap. You still, do that and you call it a day. Soap's always clean.
There is a layer of dirt on the soap you have to get off first.
But where does
for
it
the
go?
soap to be clean again?
Where does it go?
Down the fucking shower drain.
You're wiping it off. How are you cleaning soap off? How are you cleaning soap off?
Look, it's not like some fucking general dirt cloud particle dust. It's there's physical pieces of dirt and whatever, jizz maybe, if that's what your bathroom floor is contained with. But yeah, you wipe it with your hand, then on your hand the water will wash off the dirt and wash off the dirt from the soap. Now you have a clean hand and a clean soap. Done.
All right. G baby, did you have a question that you were going to call in and ask? You asked one in the chat. Do you have another one? Ray Stands ass.
One little drop of soap onto my floor ain't cleaning that floor. I'll tell you that much.
Do you don't clean you don't clean your floor with soap?
No. No, I don't. I don't clean my floor at all. And much to the chagrin of a certain person who might be moving in soon.
You might need to change your ways, young man.
Yeah.
Ray Stands asks, would you turn in the hottest, best sex of your life partner if she was likely a murderer, but the police hadn't connected the dots yet? Would you turn in your partner? Hottest, most banging broad ever. Or guy?
I'm telling you this. I'd have to go full Dexter on it. And I'm talking about before the murder. I'd have to make sure, right? That was his whole code is I need to make sure without a shadow of a doubt that they're guilty before I put them in some, room of plastic and stuff.
You have to be an accomplice? No,
I would have to uncover proof that they are actually a murderer, not just likely. It's no, they either are or they aren't.
How do you prove it without watching it?
You're
basically detective now. You're Detective Bird.
Yeah, I watch enough true crime. I think I can figure it out. I don't know, text messages, maybe some pictures on the phone of dead body parts. I don't know. There's probably some evidence around.
So
what do you think?
Without a shadow of, so if without a shadow of a doubt that they are the murderer, you turning them in?
I would bang that broad until the second that I find out she's guilty. Unless it's the other part of it is is she gonna maybe kill you? Is Jodi Arias? Do you know who that is?
No.
There's a picture that's haunting on the internet. I think her boyfriend's name was Travis. And there's a picture of him like from this high up, kind of looking in the shower, just looking all confused and scared. That was like seconds before she took a knife and stabbed him like a million times because she was a psycho. But these girls who kill sometimes get early bails. So if I learned that my partner, who I'm very excited about, great sex, banging, killed their previous partner, yeah, I'd be done.
Does it make a difference if they killed before or if they're actively killing? Like if they killed before, but they're like, oh, I served 10 years, I'm done. That was old me, new me, want to be stay at home.
No, I don't believe there's an old me and a new me. No, I think that if you got to the point that you're like, there's a reason to kill, you could probably be brought there again. I mean, the question is, would you bang a murderer? Do you, Dice? I've seen you repost mugshotties enough where I'm like, he might say yes to this.
I feel like if I was in that sort of situation, it would be with somebody who's least likely to murder me. And I don't know. It depends on how hot the heat is, right? Like, how sloppy are they? Are you just out here just stabbing anybody? Is it like selective? Are you like good at it? If you're good at it, what harm is it doing me? Right? I'm just living my life. You're out there killing people.
What does that have to do with me?
Very, very, very small overlap in what we do here. So, I'd maybe turn a blind eye until it got a little bit too hot, and I'm like, hey, maybe you chill out on the killing. Maybe.
Great, baby. I thought you were going to call in.
Let me see where she went, because I was just about to message her.
Yeah, I think, if you haven't watched it already, Life After Lockup or Love After Lockup, totally the trashiest, fucking craziest show you'll ever watch. So worth it. So worth it.
Why is it worth it?
To witness just the most delusional, problematic, horrific trauma bonds that you'll ever see make each other's lives miserable. It's a beautiful thing. And especially if you have a significant other, you can curl up on the couch, you can watch these crazies yell at each other, and you're like, not us, babe.
Is it enjoyable because you don't know the people, or is it enjoyable because of the chaos? Like if you actually knew a couple in real life, and let's say you had a buddy and they were like, yo, I didn't tell you this, but I just flew over to Thailand, picked up this chick. I've been talking to her for a couple years. We're going to get married in 30 days, get her legit. I want you to be my best man. Are you in or you out, Bird?
Look, if my boy asked me to be my best man, and he's actually my boy, yeah. But I'm going to have some questions, and I'm going to have a lot of thoughts. Like, I'm not one to like get in people's shits. They kind of make their own decisions. And I realize that they're probably not going to fucking listen to me anyways. But if given the opportunity, if given the space, if asked for my opinion, I'll give it. Like, 30 days, huh? Some mail order bride from Thailand. Do you? I'll be there at the wedding, but like for real, like you have 90. Why don't you just spend an extra 60 to make sure she's not going to stab you in the shower like Jodi Arias?
Plot twist, day before the wedding, bride comes up to you and she's like, I don't know, Bird. And she just walks away. You telling your boy? She didn't say anything else. All she says is, I don't know, and walks away, leaves the room, gets in the car, drives off.
Yeah. I mean, I'm immediately tattling. I'd be like, this weird thing just happened to me. I was just getting ready and your bride walked in, said something cryptic and fucked off. Go chase her. Or actually, maybe don't chase her. Maybe this is the sign. I don't know.
It's loyalty, folks. If you need a buddy, call Bird. I'll tell you about your 90-day fiance that shortened into a 30-day and then decided, I don't know about this one.
I love it. And like the beauty of 90 Day Fiance or like Love After Lockup is that it's so obvious watching on the outside, but these people are so convinced that it's real when they're in it, you know?
Would you traffic a reasonable amount of cocaine in your rectum with medical support at both ends of the trip on a 5-hour flight from Mexico City to Miami for $1 million? First off, hyper specific.
Yeah. Okay, FBI. Okay, DEA.
Hold on. What is it?
Hello?
We're doing a show here. You can't just abuse the phone line with multiple questions.
Well, listen, it's a good one. Okay, listen. Are things ever really on fire? Or is fire just on things? Thank you.
It's fire.
You want to tackle that one?
It's fire. Everything is on fire if fire is touching it. Fire is fire. I don't know how more specific to get about that.
It feels like one of those like Gen Z semantics tricks. It's kind of like when a 6-year-old puts their hands over their eyes and then removes them. They're like, "You didn't think I was there, did you?" And you're like, "You just put your hands in front of your eyes."
What do you mean we're no fun? I answered your question. Fire is fire. If you set something on fire, the fire is on that thing. It is burning. There's no other way of picturing this. If I light this microphone on fire, fire is on the microphone. It's burning.
Yeah, it's on fire and fire is on it. It's both.
Yeah.
I think the conceit of the question is it has to be either or. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
on fire is a common descriptor for things that have fire on it.
Fire can't be on fire. If something is burning, it is on fire. Fire is a attribute and a verb.
And a great descripting word of the last mixtape. Check it out now.
Boom roasted. Back to this drug mule question that Ray Stans asked. Yeah, like, A, whoever your friend is should back out of this offer that they gave him. That's
run away.
First advice. B, no. $1 million? No. Because $1 million is, I'm basing this based on my loose film and TV and street knowledge. $1 million is like, it's like a gateway drug to like, they'll do this again.
I could do more of this.
Yeah, it's like $1 million is like, oh man, that's probably the most amount of money I've ever gotten, and it's only for 5 hours. I got coverage on both sides. I'm good. And then they come back to you like 6 months later, like, hey, what about $2 million? Like it's gonna add up there. Like if they're not offering you an extremely amount of money, like this is a one-time thing and we'll never talk to you again, like $100 million, it's always a no. Because all they're going to do is say, hey, remember that one time you flew from Mexico to Miami and we have you on like film and we have all of the paperwork that shows you had, 5 pounds of cocaine up your ass? We might just turn that over to the feds.
Yeah.
No, not do
or
it.
do it again. Need you to do it.
Yeah, with a gun to your head.
Yeah.
We'll pay you,
I mean,
but you're going to die if you don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's not worth the trouble. $1 million not worth the trouble. And, here at White Collar Rhymes, we're against drugs.
Yeah.
So there's
Ooh.
that too.
Isn't it kind of
I would also
crazy?
say-
Isn't it kind of crazy how skewed the cost of living is now? That like we turned.
What am I
down
going to do with $1 million?
$1 million is chump. That's the second time we've turned down $1 million chump change. Fucking
How
$1
much
million.
does a banana cost, Michael?
Yeah, like $1 million. You got to talk bigger numbers to me. I've seen people get $1 million to go sit 12th man on the NBA bench. Not getting me to fly with cocaine in my ass for $1 million.
I would do that. I'd sit on a bench for the NBA team.
Yeah.
$1 million. Yeah. I also, that reminded me is like, we're talking about, people doing a thing that they think like, oh, this isn't harmful. And then just going down a rabbit hole. I feel like I've talked to a lot of girls, just in general, who look at the OnlyFans money that is available to be made. And the thought goes through their head of like, what if I did it? And like, they always start by saying the same thing of like, oh, I wouldn't get naked. I'd just like take pictures of my feet, or like, oh, I'd only do this. I'd only stream myself playing video games. And you're like, oh, will you only do that? Because you're going to log on, you're not going to make shit for money. And you'd be like, huh, hey, but I'm hot, right? And then somebody's going to come around, some fucking huge troll from Norway, and say, you know, show me a video of you shitting on your keyboard. And you're going to be like, oh, well, $1 million doesn't get you what it used to, but yeah.
Yeah, all it takes is that one guy to say, hey, here's $400 for a foot picture, to be like, feet aren't so bad. And then he's like, well, hey, can you like put your foot over your head topless? And you're like, it's not so bad. He's like, hey, what about this banana? What can you do with that? Like, this just escalates from there.
It feels like that's one of the big like slippery slope things for sure. Once you open yourself up to that, it feels like you're going to want to find ways to make more money to make it worth your time and effort.
And I don't blame you. It's hard out there. There's a lot of OnlyFans content creators, and you got to do the nastiest and bestest to stand out. Also, you're basically at this point a struggling rap artist, because you're just like us. You're just like throwing these pictures out here, your hoo-ha out here, your videos, and nobody wants them until like some random guy's like, hey, I got this one chicks, and then everybody all wants to bang you at once.
That's how it works. Also, really helpful if you have a SoundCloud for your feet pics. You know, cross marketing.
Would you? Never mind.
What? We're here.
There's nothing about me, like, even when people drop links off in our Discord server, there's nothing that makes me go from like one platform to another. Like if I'm on OnlyFans, there's no way that I'm just like, oh well, let me just check out this SoundCloud link real quick while I'm watching like whatever obscure videos that you have on your OnlyFans video made in your bedroom with like a ring light in the corner.
Yeah, it's tough. That's kind of the trick to marketing, right? Is like, how do you get people from one place to another? Some say be an annoying troll. Maybe that's how.
Nah, doesn't work. Even like when you're like posting on like the Twitters and Facebooks and stuff, and like the little whores come in and they're like, just watch my cam here, go to my link. It's not interesting.
Busy baiting. Get off my page.
I'm trying to laugh at this reel. I don't want to see your crotch. What are you talking about?
Yeah, now's not the time for crotches. We're making music and laughing, doing funsies.
I'm trying to watch this video that correlates to my desperate feeling of stuck in this endless job cycle. I'm not trying to go to your link and pay $5 to see a video of you sticking a banana up your ass. Get real.
Man, $5. Yikes.
Is that cheap for a picture? What's the going rate for like a picture on OnlyFans? I don't even know.
I wouldn't even know.
That's gotta be disappointing to like set up a whole page of like all this content, and then like your 30-day sales is like $15, and then you gotta like explain to people like, oh, I've been unemployed for the last month doing content creation. You're like, oh, how much you make? Oh, like McDonald's money.
Dude, I actually met a friend of a friend whose job was being the content manager for like an OnlyFans girl. So he would just sit there and like message all these horny dudes all day and just like pretend to be her. And that's so common. There's like just some, 250-pound giant bearded dude just like, oh yeah, you want to know what I'm wearing right now?
Gross.
Yeah.
The people who are most intrigued by that content are definitely lowest common denominator of society.
Smooth brains. All right. Well, anybody else have any other questions you'd like us to discuss? Any other things you'd like us to rate? We do have the phone line open, so if somebody wants to call in and toss some questions at us, we're here. Otherwise, we can log off and call it a successful stream. I'm open either way.
Is water wet? No, water's water. Rate the UI you're about to finish for your feedback tier list.
I do love that you guys made a feedback tier list. This is pretty smart, and I'm upset that we didn't think of it ourselves. Be cool to have like a bot that like did that, so you didn't have to do it all manually.
I mean, nah.
Dice like nah, because I know what that means. That means I do all the work. Dice. He's like, I'm the only one that knows how to do that tech shit. Deeber is just throwing ideas out there, and then I have to figure out how to do it.
Processing that in my head and like, who's gonna control this bot? Not me. Hey man, if you guys want to code a bot, like I told you guys, whatever you need, you just let me know until it becomes more work than I can capacitate, and I'll say no. But yeah, we're excited about the ranking stuff. So if people really want to be top of the charts, gotta get those scores up.
And is this for subscribers only, or is it for all like Sunday everybody?
All of them.
That's dope.
All of them.
So I love the people that randomly stumble across our Discord, submit music, and then now are ranked amongst their peers. You know?
So I mean, the best way to get the averages up is to keep submitting to multiple shows. But you know, you might be the star of tonight's show, and you might be a loser next show. Who knows?
It's true. I am known to be excitable. I'm also known for to be prone to fits of rage.
Yeah, you definitely have some people who come back and say that bird fella really rubbed me wrong.
Didn't appreciate the way he compared my music to watching his aunt get an abortion.
Didn't appreciate being compared to a steaming pile of feces. However, that Dice guy was all right.
Yeah, it's you they like. That's fine.
It used to be the opposite. Like I think this time last year it was the opposite. Like Bird was everybody's favorite.
I'm likable,
and I was like the asshole. What happened?
Maybe it's just I've started to do Sundays like 8 a.m. my time, and I'm so tired and cranky and hungover from the next day. I'm like a little less patient with some of the low effort submissions.
Yeah, well, fuck them.
Oh, I see Swag Lean is typing. Do we have a Swag Lean submission on the way?
Let's see what happens. Not to put him on the spot.
I think you just caught us because we were kind of winding down. Ooh, pick review. Love those. Let's go.
Okay, we got
Real Swag Lean.
Let me zoom in here. It's like he's got a facsimile of a sub sandwich, a hoagie, with some cheese, whatever this monstrosity of.
That's got to be ham, right?
I think
that's ham, and then there's like tomato under it. Or
why would the tomato be? Usually the vegetables go on top. This seems out of order, right? I feel like the meat is always at the bottom, and the vegetables are on top of the meat, and then the cheese at the very top. Am I wrong? Is that not how sandwiches are concocted? That's how I do mine.
I mean, the tomato looks entirely too big, so maybe it's not a tomato. Maybe it's just poor quality, and it's like a hamburger. I don't know. It looks like a tomato to me.
Well, let me ask you like this. You go to Subway, you go to a hamburger place, they give you your burger, you open it up, lettuce is underneath the meat, tomato is above that. How do you feel? When have you ever had lettuce and tomato not side by side?
I'll be honest, I take the tomatoes off and I only get like lettuce, cheese, and meat. So
I'm just saying,
not the guy to ask.
I'm just saying from a visual perspective, because I don't eat tomatoes in mine either. But I'm just saying, like visually, if I
feels like it should be above the meat.
Yeah, I don't want my meat my lettuce drenched in meat sauce. No.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the photo. What do we think, Dice?
What's going on back here? Plushie collection. Looks like a pickle or some shit. Got some teddy bears.
Yeah, it's Pickle Rick, I think.
Who the fuck is Pickle Rick?
Rick and Morty? No,
never got past the first episode.
Jesus Christ!
You know, I'm the guy who observes the rest. What's going on in this room? Got a nice.
Let's
table
really
here.
investigate.
Got a jar full of candy on there. Got a nice shelf of knickknacks and some collections here. Got a closet on the go, so you know, as soon as I need to get my wardrobe on, I'm good. Got Mr. Swag himself capped up, Got the little baseball jersey, long sleeve on because it's probably getting cold where he's at. I give this picture a solid 8.
Yeah, I love
51
that.
likes. 51 likes. That's 8 for sure. 8 all day.
That's a lot of likes. I don't know how big the following is, but yeah, this is a fun picture. I think just having such a like cartoonishly large sandwich is hilarious. So big fan of that. I'm definitely interested in all the plushies. Like, is this a co-living situation where it's like, oh, my girlfriend's brought all these over? Because it does look kind of like cutesy, like, oh, that's Hello Kitty. That's,
Got
you
a
know,
Hello
some.
Kitty, and it looks like either a blanket or a pillow underneath there too.
Yeah. So is this like you share a room with your girlfriend? You share a room with your sister? Ain't my room, just brought the sandwich. Okay, that's fair. I thought like maybe with the like polos and stuff, it looks like a man's wardrobe. At least it looks like my wardrobe of just a bunch of black and white shirts. Just like 1 or 2 colors and just black and white shirts. Okay.
You know what really
So-
sold me on this picture is the fact that he's just so nonchalant about the large object that he's holding. He's not even like looking at the camera. He's just like, all right, you guys, joke's on me. You told me to go to Walmart, pick up your order. I go there,
Yeah.
they hand me this largest fucking Subway sandwich looking thing. I'm dropping it off at your house. I don't want to be here. Where do I put this shit? That's what makes this better. Like if he was smiling at the camera, it's probably a 5
yeah.
for me.
100%. I think that you just nailed it on the head because you're looking down. It looks like you're delivering this large sandwich. I'm gonna go with 8. The picture quality drags it down a little bit. If this was taken with a camera, you know, created after 2010, maybe. But instead, it's grandma's flip phone.
Is this a dorm room? Because they got ceiling tiles, and that tells me you live either in a commercial building or a dorm on a college campus.
Feels like maybe a college campus type thing. Yeah.
Now, if they live in a commercial building, it's got to be a content creator house, and that tells me he's in the room of some OnlyFans creator.
Feet pics. Yeah, he's just starting the "I've got a special delivery for you" scene.
This is a prop for the next OnlyFans content. Just gonna like spread eagle on the sandwich and get like new subscribers, and that's why he's so pissed off because he's like, you told me to go pick up this order, and I didn't know it was for your fucking OnlyFans page. You're gonna drip coochie juice all over this. I don't want to be part of this.
I feel like more people should send us photos to rate. I get so bored of rating music all the time. This is perfect. I love this. Thank you, Swagleen.
Shut up, Swagleen.
All right.
All right. Well, I guess that's the show. Tune in Sunday. We'll do this again live as usual. We'll listen to music and anything else that gets posted, and then we'll be back next Wednesday to listen to some more subscriber stuff. So see you guys on the flip side. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. And I think that's all I'm supposed to say.